Welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're doing a video about AMC stock. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're talking about AMC, currently sitting $9.27. Is AMC stock a good buy at these levels? When the heck is AMC stock going to squeeze? I hope to answer those questions for you guys by the end of the video. I just want everybody to know before I start the video, anything I say in my videos is not financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. So let's get started with the video. Let's talk about AMC. So right now, AMC currently sitting at $9.27. Is the stock a good buy at these levels? For me personally, I do think AMC stock is a very good buy at $9.27. Now, there's a lot of people out there who think, okay, promoting the stock because it's possibly going to go through a short squeeze or all the media attention, but I've actually been holding AMC stock ever since it was $3. I have always been super bullish on entertainment stocks. When the crash happened last year, March of 2020, I took the opportunity and actually bought a lot of stocks like travel, airlines, cruises, and all sorts of other stocks that really took the biggest hit. Obviously, I knew that travel and entertainment was definitely going to take a little while to come back. Obviously, they have made some leeway back up to their all-time highs, but they're not even really close to what they were trading at before. So I'm still seeing a lot more upside potential for stocks like AMC. Obviously, we do know that, movie theaters have reopened back up once again. This is kind of like a big thing. Okay, 99% of movie theaters have reopened. New York, California are starting to reopen up even more. They've just changed tiers to now to 50% capacity. So this is definitely going to be driving revenue up for stocks like AMC. Obviously, if you get a little bit of insight for AMC as a company, AMC did lose $4.59 billion in the year of 2020. But what else did people expect from the stock itself? I mean, it's a very brick and mortar business. You physically have to be at the store. Obviously, because of COVID, you really cannot be in close proximity spaces. So this really did dive out for AMC. They lost a lot of money in the year of 2020. They had to take on a lot of debt to be able to kind of stay afloat with everything and make sure that their business didn't just completely sink. But for me, I know that there's going to be a lot of upside potential, especially with quarter one and quarter two earnings, for AMC are definitely going to look a lot better. Obviously, the worst that's happened for AMC as a company has already happened, okay? It's not really going to get much worse than this, right? They've already lost as much money as they could. I mean, their revenues tanked about 80 to 90% in the year of 2020. As 2021 continues, things have started to reopen up. Movie theaters have started to reopen up, and the world is trying to start to reopen up once again. AMC is definitely going to see a lot more upside, and it's not due to the fact of any short squeeze. It's not due to the fact of any media attention, but generally speaking, the business is definitely going to start taking off in the upward direction, and business is generally going to get better. It has nothing to do with its overall business style, but AMC as a company, like I said, since, they've been closed for so long, it's definitely going to have a lot more pent-up demand. More people are going to want to be going to the movie theaters. A lot of cool box office releases coming out. And, revenue is definitely going to just steer upwards. Even though it's going to take a little bit of time for AMC to get back on its feet as far as its overall business prospects. Revenue is going to continue to increase. It's not going to lose as much money as it did in the year of 2020. So we do get a lot of cool potential upside for stocks like AMC. If we dive in together on the 3-month chart, the stock is up 321%. And even looking at the 1-month chart, up 2%. But even if you took a look at the 1-year chart, it's up 238%, which is a very good ROI, or return on investment. If you sunk $1,000 in AMC stock, you basically almost tripled your money at that point. So, it's doing a lot better, and, a lot more stocks have started to recover now that, the world is going back to normal, and people are kind of, the market's doing pretty well. But the recent crash in AMC, in my personal opinion, is not due to the fact that bullish sentiment has changed at all. I just think it's due to the simple fact that the market had a small little bit of a correction, sinking a lot of stocks upward. The S&P just hit all-time highs, which is great. The S&P finally hit 4,000 for the very first time, which is a huge milestone in the state of a pandemic. But there's still a lot of ground to cover, and I don't want people to think that we're just completely out of this. There's definitely going to be some volatility in the months ahead. But if we look at the long-term vision, which investing should always be taken for as the long-term vision, I do want people to understand that AMC is definitely going to start going up from here. For me, I do have a price target of AMC $20 to $25 by the summertime. And the reason I say this is because I know their quarter one and quarter two earnings are going to look absolutely amazing. And I know that their overall business prospects are going to be good for a stock like AMC. Now, if we dive in a little bit deeper about AMC stock and we really dive in and take a look about the short squeeze in itself, it's not, and it has nothing to do with its overall, people holding the stock for the short squeeze. Yes, the short squeeze is eventually going to come. Yeah, I do want people to know this, but AMC has to be put in a position where it can actually be able to squeeze. Right now it's holding about 18 million shares as short flow percentage, about a 26% short flow percentage as well. But having 18 million shares being shorted is a lot of shares. And, people, like I said, people are getting impatient. People are starting to not really see the prospect about how a short squeeze would actually work in itself. But like I said, there always has to be a correct circumstance. If we take a look at GameStop and how that short squeeze happened altogether in itself, GameStop only squeezed because it was put in the position where it could actually squeeze. Now, people had been talking about GameStop short squeeze for years. It wasn't like an overnight thing. It did not happen overnight. With stocks like AMC and GameStop, they do have a lot of explosiveness in their overall growth. You could open up Monday morning, it could be 20%, 30% higher than it was in the previous closing trading session. But I do want people to understand that if you're holding Game or AMC for its overall just squeeze potential, then you have to be patient. For me, I don't care if the stock squeezes or not, I'm still holding it, but I do want people to understand that if you are holding it for that reason, the squeeze is going to come, but it's all about being patient, and I do think it has to resurface back to those $17 to $20 levels if we truly want to get a very good squeeze out of AMC Entertainment. Back in the day, back in January when AMC hit $20, there was a lot of people who started a lot more short positions in AMC stock, so it's going to have to surpass those levels for people to start kind of covering their overall positions. Now, this is the biggest question that kind of circulates, and the biggest mystery that really comes. If AMC stock does squeeze, what is going to be the price it goes to? Now, obviously, that's not predictable. No one can really predict it, but if you have to cover 18 million shares, obviously the price is going to go very high. And for me, I've always said this, it wouldn't be uncommon if AMC actually did go through a short squeeze for it to go to $3, $4, $5, $6, even $700. It is very, very possible. It's not clickbait. It's not trying to promote AMC as an overall stock. You guys can invest whatever you want. You guys can believe whatever you want. The squeeze may never come, who knows? But I do want people to know, if AMC stock does squeeze, it is going to be a very big short squeeze. It is going to be, probably similar to how GameStop reacted when it was going through its short squeeze back a couple of months ago. Like I said, there's a lot of outstanding shares. The stock is still being heavily shorted. People are probably still starting short positions every single day. So I want people to understand that, if AMC stock does squeeze, it's going to go high. It's probably going to go well over $50, probably well over $100 as well. Last time AMC was kind of going among that squeeze, the brokerages limited the overall trading, so people could not buy any more stocks. You could just sell, which did cause the stock price to go down. I don't think that's going to happen the next time around. I think the broker just kind of got, okay, the volatility is okay when it comes to the stock market. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it normal. But when AMC stock does squeeze, it is going to be a big squeeze. It's very hard to predict, though, a specific date and time of when AMC stock is going to squeeze. You can't just sit there and be like, all right, AMC stock is going to squeeze, July 34th or 31st at 6 p.m. You just can't do that. You don't know. But it could happen at any time, and I do want people to be prepared for it if it actually does go through that. But for me, I still think AMC is a great buy nonetheless. I think the stock does have a lot more upside potential as states start to reopen up, as things kind of start to go back to normal, as vaccines start rolling out. The world is opening back up again, and this is going to be great for stocks like AMC because, these stocks were neglected for so long. The businesses obviously weren't doing well because of COVID, and you can't really do anything in a COVID situation with brick and mortar type businesses like AMC. So the upside potential is just absolutely huge for a stock like AMC. With that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. Let me know down in the comments section below, guys, what you think of AMC stock. Do you guys think AMC stock is going to go through a short squeeze? If you guys own AMC stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know.